side there. But again, okay, so let's see. Who do we have here? Yeah, yeah, we don't know if she's going to get out. I would presume on a day like today, she's got the air conditioning running. She's kind of laying low and got that sun shield up again. And I'll try and punch in here to see if we can see through those tinted windows. Those are like limo tint level windows, so I don't see anybody inside there. I'm not able to see anybody in there, but she's probably just laying low again, hoping that LAPD will kind of sweep all this under the rug and go away at some point, and she can continue on with the rest of her day. Now, you see individuals kind of looking over that car like, what is she doing? But I think they're probably still quite oblivious to what is going on, with the exception of all the helicopters that are flying overhead, Michael. Well, yeah, that's just probably one of the many charges she's going to be arrested for, cited for, that sort of thing, other than felony evasion, stolen vehicle, and maybe a multitude of other charges. Yeah, and as we are describing this entire thing, I'm trying to listen on the police scanners. I really don't hear much discussion about this vehicle at all. So I'm not even clear whether or not they plan to re-engage this suspect at any point. Again, we saw the airship flying overhead. I don't know if it's still in the area or not, but okay, I'm being told by my pilot it is still in the area, so they must be just observing her. Don't know if they're just waiting for a sufficient number of units to get into the area where they can overtake her, and maybe a more assertive plan where they might be getting in a position with a spike strip and that sort of thing, setting up some sort of perimeter. We just don't know. I'm not hearing that much discussion about it really over the scanners. Again, Again, yes, she might be familiar with this area, and then if you think about it, when you look at all the vehicles that are parked along the sides here and that sort of thing, an area that's might be very easy to blend in, as I said, though, except for the fact that there's an LAPD airship that's overhead that has watched her every move. So hard to really know or fathom exactly what she might be thinking, what is going through her head at this particular time. She might be just trying to think about it right now and just kind of determine what her next move is going to be. Right. Absolutely, no telling, Michael. It's definitely a head scratcher at this point because they certainly had ample time to set up a contingency plan and to try and contain this area and to keep that driver in the area. We're going to get around that tree real quick to make sure she doesn't bail out. Derek, she's on the other side of that tree right there, parked along the curb. So she may have just moved. I'm not quite clear exactly what enticed her to accelerate and move to this particular location right here. I don't see any patrol vehicles that came up on her, but yet she just decided to drive a few hundred yards up to this location. And again, we're still in an area where there's primarily a lot of warehouses and that sort of thing. So this particular area where she has punched in, or where she has parked on the other side of that tree right in front of us, is where she's at. And she may have just decided, well, there's just no telling what her decision-making process is. It's quite bizarre, to tell you the truth. There's no obscurity in driving to the area where she went to here. As we get around this tree, there's no more obscurity or low profile in this area than where she was before, especially given the fact you just saw that LAPD airship fly through the frame. Now, as we get around to the side here, you can see as I push in here, she's still parked right along the curb there. And now we've got an individual here who apparently knows that that is the vehicle that is in question. They're out the window, they're waving and so forth. So clearly, this is a situation that is becoming well publicized. People are seeing it, hearing about it on the news and that sort of thing, and know that there is an individual in here. And as she sticks her hand out the window, ever so gingerly, just out the edge there, she doesn't even have the window completely down. We just don't know what her behavior is all about. Absolutely, and thusly they are going to handle the situation as if it's a bad situation or the worst possible situation that can possibly manifest. So looks like she's trying to traverse through this commercial area even still. Fortunately, we haven't seen any near misses so far of pedestrians or vehicles or anything like that, but you can see this is a heavily traveled area as people try and jockey around and turn around, make a U-turn. Okay, what's going on here? That was interesting. That is very interesting how both these vehicles decided to make a U-turn at the same time. Okay, and I'm being told there is a patrol vehicle up ahead, and we may have a little bit of involvement. Oh, very close call right there. Definitely exchanged paint with that utility vehicle. And I'm told that there's a patrol vehicle up ahead. Let's see what happens here. As right past him, some possible positive hit on that spike strip. That's a possible positive hit on that spike strip. We'll see what happens here, as now it looks like they have continued to engage. I'm going to pull out of the shot here so my camera doesn't go cattywampus here, and continue to follow her. She is on Raymer Street, going eastbound on Raymer through the Panorama City area. It's okay. So here's another possible spike strip. Doesn't look like she's going to buy it. She's not going for it this time. They've got her at gunpoint right now. Let's see if another patrol vehicle pulls up behind her and pins her in. But she knows if she goes over that spike strip, it's going to be a possible secondary positive hit on the spike strip. But she's got room to go around, so this is going to be interesting to see what she does. She's got a little bit of room to get around there. Both officers got her at gunpoint. I see hands out the window right now. And I didn't see anything. We got both hands. We're going to try and get around here. and it looks like she's going to be giving up at this point. Hard to believe here because she actually really still has she could have had a couple of other options to go around that spike strip, but she decided she's had enough. She's not going to get away with get away from LAPD. And we got both hands out the window. All officers now, their guns out and trained on this vehicle right here, this silver Camry, with both hands out the window here. They're going to ask her possibly to throw her keys out the window to disengage the car, shut the car engine off, have her reach over from the outside of the door and open the car door. And I'm going to see if I can get a closer shot here to confirm that it looks like that quite possibly either maybe a young male or possibly a female. It's looking more like a female as I look at this shot here. But she is trying to comply with officers. Let's see what she does here as they start to command orders to her of what to do. Now I'm going to pull out of the shot slightly. It looks like we've got 1, 2, 3 officers on the scene right now, possibly more. A couple of these might be two-person vehicles. Okay, so she's throwing some clothing, climbing out the window. So in this case, they had her climb out the window, backing up to the call of their voice. She's going to keep her hands up, and they're going to have her step to the side. She's usually have her reach over the back of her backside there and pull up her shirt. She basically has kind of a midriff shirt at this point. That sun has got to be just beaming on that blacktop right now. She's must be on fire right now. But she is complying with officers' orders right now. She's got her hands behind her back. They will come up. They're probably going to have to clear that vehicle first to make sure no one's inside that vehicle. You noticed, and you see the team of officers advancing right now. They're going to clear that vehicle first before they take her into custody. And then they'll advance on her, put her in handcuffs, search her, and take her into custody. And from all indications right now, just by their demeanor and their body language, it looks like she's going to be the sole person inside that vehicle. And now we've got another team of officers advancing on her. They're going to put the handcuffs on her, and it's looking right now like this is going to be a Code 4 situation. Suspect in custody. A stolen vehicle that we're unclear about where it was stolen from, but led officers on a pursuit through Sun Valley, through Panorama City here, on the 5 freeway, also through the Burbank area, on the surface streets. Some very bizarre behavior on the part of this driver, and now she is in custody by LAPD. Guys? All right, thank you. Man, that was frustrating.